the Quinn Marr Show.
This show is brought to you by Bing Pot Trivia. How many times have you been to a trivia night where it just felt like somebody reading questions? Well, Bing Pot Trivia prides themselves on bringing high-energy, dynamic hosts to every event. The show leans heavily on visual elements. Their questions are designed to make you laugh or roll your eyes, while also challenging your knowledge on pop culture, high school science, culinary arts, and everything in between. Their typical show runs 5 rounds, including a photo round, general knowledge on pop culture, riffs on different game shows, absurd 50-50 questions, and a super sweet music round. Check out bingpottrivia.com today to book your trivia night. Again, that is at bingpottrivia.com. Tell my boy Danny that your friend Quinn sent you. All right, let's get on with the show. My next guest spent his summer digging holes, has made trips to the ER, and even hung out with the Olsen twins. He's been everywhere, kind of like a TV remote that you can't find. We'll dive into his Hollywood adventures, his favorite roles, and maybe even uncover what keeps him ticking. It's my pleasure to welcome to the Quinn Marr Show, Miguel Castro. Miguel, my guy, what is going on?
Everything's going on, man. Everything's going on. I'm staying busy. I'm staying on the go. Unfortunately, my acting career, it went off when I started going to school.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that. I want to kind of start back from
Okay.
the beginning. So, actually, hey, first thing is we're both April babies. I'm April 22nd. You're April 11th. So, best month of the year, right there.
And you know what? Good thing you brought that up right now. My birthday is not April 11th.
Shut up.
My birthday's not. There's a lot of crap on the internet
Okay. When is it?
They didn't catch up. My actual birthday is June 26th, so I'm a Cancer.
Okay, so and is 1982 correct, or is that wrong too?
It's 1984.
All right, fuck the internet.
So there's a lot of stuff on the internet that's just it's way off, you know.
Jesus. Okay.
I googled myself. I googled myself. I think I put what is my net worth, and it was talking about 120 million. Get the hell out of here! I didn't even see a million. So
you're rich, man. 120. Holy. Okay,
yeah,
so that part's wrong. Okay, let's start then. Born in California, correct?
Born in California, Los Angeles, California.
Okay. So right in LA, because all it says is California, so that's sweet. Okay, so growing up in LA, what did like a young Miguel do for fun? Was he into sports, comics, video games? Like, what was his thing?
Me growing up here in South LA, it's growing up in the streets is a little rough, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have a local park that is called Bethune Park. It's right here located on Hooper and Gage Avenue. And of course, I grew up playing baseball, basketball, volleyball, a little bit of everything, swimming. My main hobby was always into music, so I turned out to be a DJ. I have brothers that are DJs too, so I mean, I always love music. But yeah, I grew up in a rough neighborhood. It was nothing nice, but I'm proud to say where I come from. The zip code's 9001. And yeah, I mean it was a wonderful. I had a wonderful childhood. I did take not the professional acting, but I did started doing little drama in 7th grade in middle school. But before that, so my mom used to do Las Vegas trips. You know, you pay $20, $25, you catch a bus and you take off. So I used to go to with my mom to Vegas trips. So I used to do stand-up comedy in the bus for these older people.
Way.
And they used to tip me $5, $10, and it was 50 people. So I'll bank in $300, $400 just on the way over there. And I used to use that money for arcades. And
okay, so is that where like the like interest in performing or entertainment came from? Was doing the improv and stuff?
You know what? I felt it when my mother told me, "Son, I want you to do it for me." And I did it in 7th grade, 8th grade. So when I got into high school, I met my teacher, my professor, Mr. Frisk, which he passed away already. He passed away from lung cancer. But so Mr. Frisk is the one that actually put me into the professional side because he had connections in Hollywood. So I met the casting director, by her name is Randy Hiller, which she casted Crazy Beautiful. So as we know, Crazy Beautiful, it is a Disney, it was a Disney production. So that's where everything kicked off, and that was in my I want to say it was my freshman year. That was my freshman going into sophomore year. So I hated it, bro. I used to hate staying after school. I hated the monologues. I hated the jazz cafe that they'll pay $3, $2 to go see us act. I used to hate it, bro. But you know what? When they
Why
say
though?
hard, it's because it took me away from my friends.
True. So
It
none of
took
them did it with you. Like they all
no,
were doing
no, I
something
didn't
else.
have no friends that were involved in the acting. It was just myself. I mean, I had friends in class,
Hmm.
but we were all different. Everyone was different. I had a Russian friend in there. I had African Americans. I had Filipinos. So I mean, it was a variety of different cultures. So I mean, that's one thing I did like about it. So any friends from high school that used to go to John C. Fremont High School, shout out to Fremont. And but yeah, I mean, it was cool. The teacher was cool, but then I mean, it just took too much time. I wanted to hang out with the boys, and I wanted to go to the ditching parties, and I was just a party animal. I guess
Yeah.
that's where the DJ comes in. Because I always wanted to party and party, but Mr. Frizz was like, hold on, buddy. You got to go to class. You need to do this and you need to do that. So he always had me straight, bro. He always had me on the straight line. He was more. I don't want to say he was like a parent, but he was that one person that always kept me straight, man. So I got to give it to Mr. Frizz. He's the one that kept me straight.
He sounds like because you mentioned about growing up in a rough neighborhood. It seems like if it wasn't for him, you may have went the wrong way.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. So the way I got Crazy Beautiful, so it was senior ditch day, but I was a freshman. So he caught me jumping the gate. I was actually gonna jump the gate from the swimming pool, and he was like, "Hey, what the fuck you're doing?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"What do you mean?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna go to the beach. Like everybody's going to the beach. I'm gone." And he was like, "No, you're fucking not. Get your ass down."
Yeah.
So he pulled me down, and I was so pissed off, bro. I was pissed. I was mad because I didn't go to the senior ditch day. So I was going through it, bro. I was pissed. So the role I was acting for was that I fit the part and I fit the character that when I did the audition with Randy Hiller and they gave me the script and I knew how to read a script by that time already. So when I read the script to her, I got so much into character, I just fucked shit up, bro.
Right.
I
Right.
ripped it. I ripped it.
That's
So I
sick.
just ripped the script, and Randy was like, "Oh my god, like I love his voice, I love his like he's so skinny, like because I was slim,
Right.
and I was like, so she was laughing at me, and I'm like, what the fuck you laughing about, man? Like I'm not a joke, like I'm
Right.
real. And then she was like, no, it's just your character. Oh my god, like you're so Eddie, and I'm like, what the heck she's talking about? But we were talking about the script.
Right.
So, anyways, it came to a second audition. That's where I met the producers, and I ripped it again, bro. But this time I went more prepared. This time I knew what I was doing. Mr. Fritz gave me some dialogue, and he told me, "Look, Miguel, I want you to do this and do that. This might be your big break." And I was like, "All right, whatever." So I went in there and I ripped it again, bro. So then the third audition, so they put me with Jay Hernandez. They put me with the other two guys that came out in Crazy Beautiful.
Right.
So they put us together. I guess at that time they wanted to see if we were gonna fit in, if we could catch up to each other, to see how was the energy and everything, and everything was wonderful. I mean, Jay's big now. Jay
Mhm.
Hernandez, he's real big, and we ripped it, man. It was a fun time that third audition, and when I stepped out, they were like, "Hey, you know what? You got the part. You're gonna be in a feature film," and I was like, "Okay." Let's do it.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Seriously.
and when I used to go to set, I was always myself. I never changed. I was always. They used to call me Miguelito. That's why we pay attention to Crazy Beautiful. They never say Eddie because in the whole film they were calling me Miguelito, 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 Miguelito. But the script name is my screen name was Eddie. But
Huh.
they never say Eddie because they had to crop it, they had to chop it down on the editing because they always said my name, my real
Oh
name.
shit.
Yes, so in Crazy Beautiful, you never hear Eddie. You see it on the credits, but you
Yeah.
never hear the name because, and actually, when we were filming so natural that John Stockwell said, "You know what, Miguel, be yourself. fuck the script, just be yourself. I want you to be yourself. And shout out to John Stockwell for allowing me to be that character that he was looking for. So yeah, so it was fun. I did that, and then I was a free agent. I had no agent, I had no manager. So Randy Hitler is the one that, like, you know what, look, you're gonna have all these people going up to you on set. And I was like, okay, so I mean, I thought it was just bullshit, right?
Right.
But no, there was actually the manager for Jay Hernandez was actually wanted to sign me, and I wanted to sign with him because he had Jay, and Jay was Hispanic. Well, he's Hispanic. So I
Hmm.
was like, he's Latino, so I was interested in him. But Randy was like, no, he's not the top dog. I want to put you with somebody bigger than that. So
Damn.
she plugged me in with AAA, which is Abraham's artist agency. I looked them up, and they were the top three in the country. So I was like, what? So then I met Wendy Green, and she had posters of, I think she had Frankie Nunez at that time. She had like all these actors that I watched in TV.
That's so
So
sick.
then I walk in and my poster's there, bro. She had actually this poster on her office, bro. So
That's
then
so sick.
that's when I flipped. That's when my head was like, okay, okay, what the fuck am I doing here? Like,
Seriously. Can
yeah,
I
like
can I go
yeah,
back really
yeah,
quick? Just
yeah.
for the people that don't know Crazy Beautiful, can you give a quick like summary of what it was and your character?
So
I guess Eddie, who we
yeah,
never hear the name.
yeah. So Crazy Beautiful is about this white chick that she's blessed, and that's Kirsten Dunst, which is, at the time, she did Jumanji. I didn't know that she was in it until I found out who she was, and she ended up being Mary Jane at the
Mhm.
first Spider-Man. So I mean, me, talking to her and having a scene with her was crazy. It was crazy beautiful,
Yeah.
and it was nice. I had a blast, and so my character, I think I was Jay Hernandez's cousin or one of the friends, one of the guy friends.
Hmm.
So it was Herman, Tommy, myself, and these are the real names. Their real names. I don't remember their character names, but I know my name was Eddie. But so we were the boys that hang out with Jane, but we were the cholitos. We were the little cholo kids. So if you see Crazy Beautiful, I'm the kid that they throw over the pier.
Okay.
So right in the beginning of the movie, they throw this kid over the pier, and that's when I go up to Kirsten Dunst. I'm like, "Hey, you missed one," because she's picking up trash. She's doing community service. So I tell her, "Hey, you missed one," and then she was like, "Oh, thanks. That's very thankful." So that was actually my audition lines. So
Oh, okay.
so I mean, it was fun. It was cool. So I'm one of the younger kids that hangs around with him, and it was cool. I mean, it was fun. It was really nice working with Kirsten Dunst and Jay Hernandez, which now they're both big. They're big actors, and John Stockwell and all the cast and all the crew member. I mean, the grips. Everyone was treating me so nice, man. Because I mean, maybe because I was the new kid in the block,
Hmm.
I was the new kid in the scene, but like I said, I was always myself. I never changed. It was really cool to hang out with these people, and I was just living a dream as a kid, because I was already doing it in school, but then for me to take a break from school and actually do it professional wise, I was like, this is crazy. So then the movie takes a year to come out, and the what is it called, the commercials start coming out on TV. But first, they start coming out on the movies. Like when you go to the theater, they show the clips of what movies are coming out. So they're like, "Hey, man, we seen. I went to go see this movie, and you're coming out." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And they were like, "Yeah, you have this line that says what?" And that was my famous line in the movie.
Okay.
I mean, I was just like, what the heck? So then it started going around school, like everywhere in John C. Freeman High School. They're like, "Hey, we're seeing you here, we're seeing you there." But I was still doing work in school. I still had to keep
What
up
grade
with
were
my
you in?
grades. I was in the 10th grade at that time already.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
was already in the 10th. And then so I was still doing like little scripts over in school. The intercom in the mornings, and I don't remember the
The
school.
announcements. I used to do those.
Okay, I used to do those too. So it was really fun. I mean, I miss high school. I miss all my friends, and I still keep up with them, and we're still cool. My Instagram, I have 5,000 followers. So all those 5,000 followers, I could tell you that I know 90% of them.
That's
I
awesome.
don't have ghost followers like yourself. Now we know each other. You know, you
Yep.
follow me, I follow you. So, I mean, I don't buy followers. All the followers that I have is because I know 95% of the followers
That's
I know
awesome.
personally. So
So
I did that. So then so I take a year break because I kept on auditioning. I mean, you're not gonna book everything, bro.
right.
You know, you're not gonna book everything. And then I finally booked ER.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
booked
actually
ER.
before that, you were talking about how much you hated, like not hated, but like how much you despised like the staying after school and all that with the acting. When did that flip? Like right when you got Crazy Beautiful?
When I got Crazy Beautiful because I see the money coming in.
I mean, okay, that's fair.
I
That's a
mean,
good
so
point.
so I'm gonna tell you a little bit about it.
Yes,
So
please.
if I would have had an agent, and if I would have had a credit, one credit, which if I would have been speaking, if I had a speaking role, they were telling me I was gonna get $90,000. And
What?
at that time, in 2001, 90,000 was 90,000.
Holy
So
shit.
because I didn't have no credits, I only took 9,996.
Okay, but
But
still at the time, what grade were you when you
give
filmed
give
this?
give $10,000 to a 15-year-old kid. What you think he's gonna do, bro?
Yeah. Okay. So actually, no, that's a good question. I like that you go to that. So, did you use it in a dumb way, or were you smart with that
Of
money?
course I did. I went shopping every weekend. I
Right.
was dressing fly. I was a
Bought
Sean
your
John
boys
boy.
stuff.
I used to love Sean John, but right now because of all this thing that's going on, I gave all that shit away already.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that's fair.
I send that shit to Tijuana. There's over there somebody over there in Tijuana is wearing that shit right now. So I was really quick. I was bummed out because I was a Sean John boy. I wanted to wear a suit from Sean John for the host
hmm
premiere. So my agent was like, "Don't buy it. I'm gonna get it for you for free."
Oh
So it
wow.
turned out to be, bro. They turned me down because I wasn't black, bro.
Shut up.
Because I wasn't African American, bro. The company Sean P Diddy comes. He turned me down because because I was an African
Well, maybe it was
American.
a good thing then. Fuck that guy.
Hey, yeah. I mean, what can I say? It's cool, you know. This what I represent, bro. It was right here. This
Oh,
what I
there we
represent,
go.
bro.
There we go.
That's it,
Disney.
bro. That's the one that pays me, bro.
Literally. Hey, I mean,
And I
yeah,
pay
seeing
him
as
too
you
because
started with it.
I'm a Disney freak. Me and my kids, my family, my wife, we're Disney. We're big Disney fans, and we're always in Disneyland, bro. So
I
what
love that.
every residual check I get, I'm like, let's go. We got to give it back to Mickey Mouse.
That's unreal. Well, hey, we'll get into residuals and stuff in a bit. So yeah, so then I wanted to go back into ER. So you played a character named Rudy for one episode. So,
I,
did you have any idea how massive a show that was at the time?
yes, I did.
You did.
Yes,
Okay.
I did. I did it. I did know what it was. Um, it, it- I had a hard time at ER because I booked it, but at that moment I didn't get to enjoy that much because I lost my grandma that day. So
I'm
it
sorry.
was a big hit for me. She was the one that raised me. She's the one that did a lot for me, and yeah, I lost my grandma in that during that time, bro. And this
hmm
is where I live. I'm actually I moved out of here, but I'm still here at my grandma's house, which is now my mom's house. But I lost my grandma the first day that I was supposed to work at ER. So I was supposed to be at set at 6:30 in the morning, and I got the call at 3:30 in the morning that my grandma had passed away. So I went to the hospital. She was still warm.
hmm
I sent my goodbyes to her, and I went to Warner Brothers. And when I got there, I was bummed out, bro. I didn't have that energy in me because I just had lost my grandma. So
Good for
I
you
lost
for
my
going that day, man. That
I
takes a
lost my
lot.
grandma that day, and the director gave me props. He was like, you know what, Miguel, I got to give it to you because it takes really hard for you to take that hit, you know. And I told her I told him what she meant to me, and it was hard, bro. I went through it, you know what it did to me? It made me strong, though, bro.
hmm
It made me realize that a lot of actors, you know, eventually they go through times like this, or they're maybe out of town, and maybe their wife is having a baby, or maybe one of their kids are sick, and it's part of the job, bro.
Yeah.
You know, the show gotta go, bro. The show gotta continue. You still gotta perform. You know, you
Yeah.
still gotta take care of business. So it made me open. It made me realize that it takes hard hits like that, bro, and it's really
Absolutely.
hard to be an actor. It's not an easy job. So anybody that's into film and they had hard hits like that, I mean, they know what it is. At least I experienced it myself because I lost my grandma, and that was like my first mom because my actual mom was always working. She was never really, she was there for me, but I mean she was always, busy on the go and try to make the money to feed us.
Yeah.
But my grandma, she was the one. Hey, cabrón, métete dentro de la casa. Go inside the house and don't be outside because it's dangerous. And stay inside the house and dinner's ready. And when the sun goes up, I need you to come inside. So she was on my ass, bro.
Right.
So
Right.
that really hit me, bro. It really hurt me. But I know that these blessings come from her, bro.
Yeah.
And then I got a ER out the way. I'm gonna tell you a little story about ER though.
Yes,
So
please.
I get to ER and they give me this big old trailer, bro. I get this big old trailer that like the one Shia LaBeouf got from Hose, but we
Ooh,
weren't there yet, right?
right.
So I see Miguel Castro and I'm still living this dream, bro. Like I'm still going, like it's just like, okay, I'm living two lives. I'm living fantasy. So I'm filming, but then when I get home, it's like, Miguel Ángel, tu puta madre, saca la basura, like take out the trash and this and that. And I'm coming back to reality. So then I'm in film, they treat me like I'm somebody big, and then I go home and it's like, did you take out the trash already? Did you clean up
Right.
the room? So it's like I'm living two lives. So, anyways, they give me this trailer, and I'm like, damn, I'm still bummed out. I have a PlayStation 2 in there. I have a 42-inch TV, which at that time was a big old TV. But then, uh, my buddy Angus gets to set because we were filming the same episode. Angus is the one that comes out in Two and a Half Men.
Shut the fuck up, Jake.
He was there.
No shit.
Angus, yeah. So Angus shows up, and he was a little boy. And then the PA knocks on my door. So then I open the door and like, hey Miguel, how are you doing? I'm like, I'm good. I just barely settling in. And it was like, hey Miguel, you know what? Um, we made a big mistake, Miguel. And I'm like, what happened? I'm like, we didn't know that Angus was gonna film the same day you're gonna film. So we're gonna give him the trailer. Honestly, bro, I didn't give a fuck about the trailer, bro. I
Okay, but
was happy.
still,
I
come
was
on.
happy. I was happy, bro, that Angus was there with me, and I asked him for a picture, and he was tripping out like he thought I was gonna trip, but I didn't even trip. I was just like, "Oh shit, Angus is here." I'm like, "Oh Angus, hey, I know who you are, buddy. I'm a big fan of you." And like I was all over him, and it was like, "Yeah, bro, come on, yeah, take my trailer, bro. Don't worry about it. I'll go wherever else I gotta go." So they sent me to the bungalows, bro. They sent me to the bungalows, no AC, no refrigerator, no snacks. So I mean, but it's part of film, Angus was a bigger actor at the time, and he had more credit, so they gave him the trailer. But it was cool. It was just the experience. I have nothing to say negative about it. I was actually happy that Angus. It's a story that I can tell that I had a big old trailer, and then Angus shows up and he takes my trailer.
Well, it's funny
So
because right when you say Angus, the first, because I don't know very many Anguses at all, the first person I thought of was him, but I wasn't honestly, I didn't think about that you were going to mention him, and yeah, it was him. That's sick. I mean,
yeah.
like that
So
show
his
was
that
massive.
that episode, he got stuck on the toilet or something like that. So his butt got stuck in the toilet, and he was having a hard time to get out the toilet. So they had to cut the toilet open and to get him out the toilet. My character, I was a boxer, and my brother at the time was Ricky Gonzalez. So Rick, he's pretty big too. He took Coach Carter from me too, man. I was gonna do Coach
Oh,
Carter, that basketball movie with
yeah,
Samuel,
with
Samuel L.
Denzel.
Jackson,
Oh,
and
Samuel L.
he
Jackson. Yes.
he took that role from me because he was taller than me and he was a little bit more built, and I was a little shorter. But then I got blessed, bro. I got hoes. So hey, what's up?
Yeah,
No,
seriously. Hey, he
I
didn't
got
work with
hoes,
Shia
bro.
LaBeouf. Right before we go to that, I want to talk about So Little Time. So you play. It was in one
Ooh,
episode with the Olsen twins. You played. I love your character's name was male student number two. So
yeah,
can you talk to me? Like talk about the Olsen twins. Just like they were massive and they were everywhere at the
bro.
time. Did you watch Full House when they
Of
were on it?
course, man. That's
Yeah.
one of my favorites. That's me growing up, man.
So then
So
did you? Yeah.
they're
Like
big, bro. I'm
tell
gonna
me
tell you
about that.
something. The Olsen twins at the time, well, at the time, I think that was like 2002, 2001. Hey, bro, they're big, bro. As soon as they say cut, you see four big old security guards coming around them, bro. Like you couldn't get close to them at all. So I had a speaking role with one of them, and I mean, I tried to make conversation with her, but the little girls were not having it, bro. They're like
Right.
they're not like that, bro. And I was bummed out because I was overwhelmed and I was too excited to work with them. But when it came down to it, I know it's because come on, bro. They've been actors since they were little babies, bro. They were like months old, you know.
Yeah.
So the first day, it was a 3 day shot for me. I was there 3 days, but the first day I was bummed out. But then I went through. I did a brainstorming in my head. I went through myself and I was like, you know what, Miguel, you barely have 2 years acting, bro. They've been acting for all their life. So I mean, what do you expect? Like, what do you expect from the girls? You know, like that's all they know. You
And
know.
they're probably being pulled in every direction at the time.
I mean, and I mean, I'm just a kid from South Central LA, bro. So I mean,
Right.
to me, it's just every time I met an actress or I met an actor, I mean, I was just happy to be with them, bro. Like it
Hmm.
was just a blessing to me. But I was a little bummed out, but I mean, I got over it. I didn't get no picture with them. I didn't get no autograph from them. But it's cool, you know. No hard feelings, you know. But I could say that I work with the Olsen twins, bro.
Hmm.
I can
Exactly.
say that. It's on the resume, bro. It's right there. It's right
So
there. So
sick.
little
That is
time, bro.
so sick.
So it was cool. It was cool right there. And I used to hang out by myself. I didn't know I was that kid that it was just like, okay, he's here, whatever. But I just had crazy beautiful under my belt, and I had a ER under my belt. That's all I had. You know, I didn't have nothing else. So, but it was cool. The experience was good.
Yeah.
I think we did do that at Warner Brothers too. I think that was at Warner Brothers. So it was cool. The chef treat me good because he had seen me from ER. So
Nice.
I mean, the food was the best, bro. The
That's
food hands
sick.
down. The chef, I forgot his name, but if he's still there, you know, shout out to the chef right there at Warner Brothers. He always took care of me, bro.
That's sick.
So yeah.
Okay, so going into Holes, the book was released in '98. Did you have any idea about the book at the time, back when it came out? Okay, because for
Yeah.
me, I mean, I'm obviously a lot younger than you, so I was actually just talking to my fiance about this. She's a year younger than me. I remember it was like a set thing we had to read in school. The two books I remember the most were Holes and The Outsiders. We had to read in the school, which was
I had to read I had to read the
Read The
Outsiders in order
Outsiders.
to graduate. Yeah, I
So
read it in
good,
seventh
so
grade.
good.
I had to read it in seventh grade.
So, did you hear about? You never heard about the book. So, like, how did you hear about the part? And like, take me through the audition process of Holt.
I auditioned through Wendy. At that time, I already had signed with Wendy Green.
Yep.
I was already with Abrams Artists. I already had an agent. Um, but Wendy was not really too much into me. The one that was taking care of me was her assistant, which is her name was Jennifer. So Jennifer used to be the one, you know, be there with me. I used to get a lot of you know how Cleo goes to the world premieres and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Well, I went to so many world premieres. I went to the Santa Claus 2.
Oh no way.
I went to the Jungle Book 2. So I was going to a lot of world premieres because I already had little credits here and there, right?
Do they?
So
Sorry to cut you off. Do they do that because you have these little small parts? They want to get you out there more. Be like,
and
hey, look at
hey,
him.
this
He's here.
person's
He's
here.
here.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Ah.
yeah. So I was doing that, and then so I auditioned through Wendy, but I didn't get a call back.
And who
I
did
didn't
you
get no.
audition? Did you audition for Magnet?
I did. I auditioned for
Okay.
Magnet,
Okay.
and I auditioned at through Wendy Green for the first time, and I didn't get a call back. So the same thing that happened with Crazy Beautiful, that the casting directors went to my school. The same thing that happened with Host.
No
Because
way.
they wanted kids fresh. They wanted new actors. They wanted fresh meat. They wanted, you know, real raw stuff. So I auditioned at Fremont High School, at John C. Fremont High School, through Mr. Friss.
That's sick.
So I got a call back there. They didn't know that I already had auditioned. They didn't know that Wendy Green was my agent. So when I got the second call back, Wendy Green found out. So then she's like, what the heck is going on? And I'm like, well, I got a call back, but I got it through Mr. Frizz. So she took credit for it. I was trying to get Mr. Frizz I tried to get Mr. Frizz to get paid for that,
Hmm.
but because I was already a professional actor, so when Wendy Green she took the 10%.
That sucks.
So I was trying to give it to Mr. Frizz. But it went that way, it went that route. I booked the job. She didn't even know when I got the phone call when I got hired. She didn't even get the call, bro.
Yeah. See, that's
They
bullshit,
called
man.
me.
Mr. Fritz
Yeah,
100% should have got some cut.
they call me from a wardrobe. They were like, "Hey, you have a wardrobe appointment tomorrow," at 10:30 in the morning, and this is the address. We're gonna send it to you. We're gonna fax it to you." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" So I call Wendy, and I'm like, "Hey, they just called me from wardrobe for holes." They're like, "What? Hold on, give me a second." So she called. She called me back. Oh my god, Miguel, you booked the job. You booked the job, and so it was just bullshit. You know, she was
Yeah.
full of shit, bro. You know, shout out to Wendy, but you're full of shit, Wendy. Um, so she cut me off, bro. I'll tell you later on how she cut me off. I'll tell you. Like I
Absolutely.
said, I'm gonna give you raw footage, bro,
H-
of myself, and I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna keep it 100, bro, because that's
I
what I
love
am. I
it. I
don't like
love
the
it.
bullshit. It's raw. It's raw. I'm raw, bro. I'm real. There's no
So,
nothing fake right here.
obviously, the star of the film, Shia LaBeouf, at the time, the biggest thing really he had was Even Stevens. Did you? And I think a couple Disney Channel movies. Did you know who he was, or
Yes, I did, bro.
from Even Stevens?
I knew he was, bro. Since
Okay.
I'll tell you a little bit about how I met Shia. But so I booked the job, and that's where I met Shia. I seen him at wardrobe, but before that, remember, you still have to audition, right? So I this was the third callback. So in the third callback, there was two magnets, there was two zeros, there was two zigzags, but there was only one Stanley Yonets,
Uh-huh.
and that was Shia LaBeouf. Now, before Shia LaBeouf, I'm gonna spill the beans right here, right now, to you.
I think I know what you're gonna
Be-
say. I think I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
before Shia LaBeouf, bro, he got the script. The one that was gonna play the one that was gonna play Stanley Yelnats was Frankie Nunez.
But then he didn't because he took Cody Banks
He took
instead.
Cody Banks, bro. He took Cody Banks because Cody Banks was gonna give him part one and part two, and they were giving him like I think 1.2 million, and Hose was only 1 million. So it was a big budget. I forgot the budget. I think it was like about 90 million or something like that for Hose. But yeah, so it worked out for Shia because after that, and I told Shia, I told my buddy Shia, Hose is gonna blow you up, bro. And look, right after that, boom, he popped off, bro.
Ooh.
He fucking skyrocketed. So the movie that made Shia LaBeouf, bro, is Hose, bro. Hose is the
Mhm.
one that blew him up, bro.
Mhm.
So anyway, so we're at this big old studio over there in I think it was Hermosa Beach over there by South Bay or South Bay Galleria. I remember it was South Bay Galleria because as soon as I finished the little audition, I went shopping. So that's why I know it was near the South Bay Galleria over here in LA area. So anyway, so we're there. I'm there with my one of my buddies, my best friend. He was my guardian at the time because remember my mom and my dad they're always busy. My dad was an optometrist. My mom's always working. So I just had a guardian. I didn't have a parent with me. Everyone else either they had their mom or they had their dad. But
Right.
me, I just had a guardian. So anyways, this white boy comes in with UGG boots and shit, with the Uggs, with the worm, big old worm boots, right? And he's walking in like he's Billy Badass, with his chin up and like he got swag. And I'm like, but he was in character already. I didn't know that. He walked in character. And I'm like, who the fuck is this fool? Like, who the fuck you think he is? Like walking in like that? So remember, I'm hood, bro. I grew up in South LA, bro. So the movie's about camp. The movie's about camp. So what happens in camp? A lot of bullying, a lot of fighting, a lot of pushing and shoving, and it's rough. It's rough in camp, bro. So the first magnet goes in. I forgot his name, but I mean, he was cool. He's a cool cat. Um, and he rocked it. But then we're like, all right, let's bring in Miguel. Hey, Miguel, come in. And I'm like, all right, cool. So we're doing the part where we're all in the bench. We're all eating. We're eating in the bench. I don't remember the part where we said we tell Zero. I tell him, how did you take his cleats? He's like the fastest guy in the majors. Like
Mhm.
how did so that we're doing that scene, right? So then we do a little bit of film, but then Andrew Davis, badass director, man, fucking badass. He's so great. I just seen him too last year. I seen him. We had the 20-year anniversary. So shout out to Andrew. That's the big dog right there. Big dog Andrew. So he tells everyone like, hey, you know what? After the lines are done, do some improv. Just go with the flow. Go with whatever's going on. And I'm like, all right. So Shy is like not next to me, but one seat away from me, right? So we're in camp. We're eating. So then I tell Shy, I'm like, hey, you gonna eat that bread? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna eat my bread. And I'm like, not today, homie. and I grab his bread and I start biting on his bread. So then he's like, "What the fuck?" Like he just tripped out because that's what happens in camp, bro. That's what happens in jail. You start getting bullied, bro. Like you better be ready for type of shit like that, you know. So I grab his bread and I start. So everybody just looks at me like, "Okay, cut." Boom. They cut that shit right there. Like, "Oh my god, cut." "Oh my god, Miguel, that was so amazing. Like you're so brilliant. Like you come up with these crazy ideas, right?" So we go to break. We go to lunch. All right, break, lunch. So then Shia comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, bro, what did you come to your head like when you did that?" And I was like, "It's just improv, bro. You gotta be ready for everything that's gonna come in with it, you know." And he's like, "Hey, you're new in the film industry." And I'm like, "Yeah, I barely got 2 years." And he was like, "Hey, bro, you got some good shit, bro." And he was like, "You're like you're straight up, bro." And I'm like, "Where you from?" And I was like, "What you mean where I'm from? Like you banging on me or what?" And he's like, "Nah, nah, like where you grew up?" And I'm from South Central, dog. And he was like, "Oh shit, I grew up in Echo Park. I'm from Echo Parque." So the way he spoke, I heard his accent. And I mean, not everyone has that heavy accent like I do, you know, unless you grew up in the area.
Hmm.
So then I'm like, "Oh shit, you from Echo Park? You from down the street, just on the 110 freeway?" And it was like, "Yeah, that's my area. I grew up in Echo Park." And I'm like, so we started getting along, and that's when we clicked. Me and Shia, we clicked, bro.
That's sick.
Me and Shia, we clicked, and we were close friends. We ended up being like, I even brought him to my neighborhood. I brought him to my house. He met my little brother was actually a bigger fan for even Stevens than I was.
Yeah.
So it was my brother's. I think it was his first communion because we're Catholic. So it was my brother's first communion, and I told him, "Hey, you know what? They're doing a little food for my brother. Do you mind coming and saying what's up?" And like, "Yeah, Miguelito, let's go." Boom. So he showed up. My brother was
Yeah.
freaking. My little brother was freaking out. So I took him to the local burger spot right here on Florence Car Wash, and he was loving it too. He was trying to pay for everything with his credit card. I'm like, "Look, bro, we don't got no credit card right here, bro. It's all cash, baby. It's
Right.
all cash. Oh, it's all cash, baby. No credit. Don't
No
come in here with
Hollywood
that.
shit
Ain't
here.
no Hollywood shit right here, bro." So I mean,
That's sick.
I took him to Huntington Park. I took him to Southgate, Linwood. This is all my area over here. So shout out to everybody over here on this side because I stayed away from the Hollywood scene. The only way I would go to Hollywood is because he was like in a hookah lounge and be like, "Hey, Miguelito, where you at?" I'm like, "I'm right here at the Pat." I'm like, "Well, pull up, man. I'm right here with a couple friends. You know, come hang out." And I'll go hang out with him, say what's up, and be at the hookah lounge. We were still young. I mean, I'm a little older than him. I think I'm a year older than him. So I was like maybe 19, 20, and he was like 19 or 18, So we were still
Yeah.
young, but I mean, we were doing good already.
That's
So
so sick.
but yeah, I hanged out with him for a long time until I started losing friends and I started losing my connections in the industry, bro. I started getting cut off, and the number one thing Wendy told me, bro, when I didn't sign a contract with her, but she was like, "Look, I'm gonna represent you, and we're not gonna do a contract. Everything's gonna be verbal. I'm gonna represent you, and until you get the big break, then we'll go ahead and sign a contract." And I was like, "All right, cool." So I mean, Hose, if I would have had one more credit in Hose, they were gonna pay me. I think it was like 180,000, but because I didn't have those credits, I only got 40. So
Damn.
I only took 40, but the residuals were crazy,
Oh, I
bro.
don't doubt it, especially with Disney
Hey,
Plus. You know
the
what's crazy
residuals.
about about the Shia being like such a big star in that movie and everything? That on the cover, his name isn't even on there. On the
Yeah,
main one, it's
yeah.
John Voight, Patricia Arquette, and then someone else. I can't remember the other one, but
Tim Blake Nelson.
was it that? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
But
John
like
Voight.
the
No,
fact
no,
that
no.
like
John Voight. It was John Voight, Patricia Arquette, and Sigourney Weaver.
that's who it was. Yes,
Sigourney Weaver.
yes,
Yeah, yeah. It's
yeah.
because I mean, those were the
They're
big
massive.
top dogs. They're the big top dogs, and I mean,
That's
Shia
true.
was barely coming up. Shia was
When
barely coming up.
when you were working on the film, like during the filming and everything, was because it was a Disney movie, were there thoughts in your brain like this movie's gonna be massive?
Yes, I knew
You
it was
you,
gonna be
you
big.
actually thought this.
I knew it was gonna be like the Goonies. I knew it was gonna be like the Mighty Ducks.
Yes.
I knew it was gonna be big because Wendy did tell me, she's like, "Miguel, this movie's gonna change your life. This movie's gonna take you to the next level. This movie's gonna blow you up. You're gonna be the one of the biggest Latino actors out there." So I mean, she brainwashed me good, bro. She gave it
Nice.
to me good, but then she told me, "Whatever you do, you're gonna have all these girls on you, bro. Do not have kids." actors are not allowed to have a family.
Did you have a lot of girls on you?
Tons, bro.
Yeah.
I had two girls for every day of the week, bro.
Did it help rolling with Shia? That definitely probably helped your image.
Well, Shy had the white girls, and I'm
That's
not
true.
really
That's
into white
true.
girls. I'm not really into white girls, you know.
Yeah.
It's because maybe I got better at my English now. I got
Mhm.
better because of my profession, because of where I work at. But at that time, like I was really speaking like a cholo, you know. So
Okay.
it was hard for me to hang around with the with the blonde chicks, and the
That's
white
hilarious.
color
Were
eyes. But
did you see him with like famous girls a lot, or was it a lot of like fans?
nah, it was just little groupies. He only had
Yeah,
little groupies, nothing big because he wasn't big at that time, you know.
that's true.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
nothing
Megan.
like Transformers.
It wasn't Megan Fox at
Yeah,
that time
yeah,
yet,
yeah.
you know.
Exactly.
But
Sorry, a
but
couple more things about the movie. Being able to film or be in a movie with so many guys around the same age, that must have been so like made you feel so comfortable and stuff. Having the D tent boys,
well, I was the oldest one from everyone.
were you?
I was the oldest one from the D10, so I felt like I was the big brother.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I didn't want to I didn't want to show the dark side of me. You know
Mm-hmm.
what? I never did, bro. I never did. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. Me growing up here, like my uncles are thugs, bro. All my
Mm-hmm.
uncles, my aunts, my grandpa was a pachuco. He's one of the the gangsters, but the old school gangsters. So me, I always wanted to be like a Mario Lopez, bro. I mean, because of my background, bro. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I know where I come from. I know my roots. I love my neighborhood, but I didn't want to show that image to the world, bro, because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want them to see me like a cholo. So I mean, I got a tons of roles to play a gangster, but without due respect, bro, I didn't want to be seen like that, bro, because not because I am one. It's just I know what I'm about, bro,
That's fair.
and
No, 100%.
I didn't want to show that to the world. I wanted to be a Miguel Castro, as in like to keep it professional, keep it clean, keep it, as much as I can, as much as I can. But sometimes the accent wouldn't help me. Sometimes the way I look, I always had short hair. I always had a fade, I always kept a fade. So, little stuff here and there didn't help. And then, like I said, I wasn't hanging around me growing up. I wasn't hanging around with the best crowd. I didn't have the best friends, But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I ain't no punk. Everybody knows I ain't no punk, bro.
Well,
You know.
it's good to show that you care more about morals than money.
There you
That's
go.
massive.
And you know what? And that's one thing my grandma always showed me. She always taught me the morals. She always taught me the respect. When older people are speaking, you don't interrupt.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about raising your hand. It's just about having respect. And me about when it comes to morals, it's deep, bro. I'm very into morals. I'm old fashioned. And I just carry. I like to carry myself clean, bro,
Mm-hmm.
as much as possible, just try to keep myself clean. And like I said, I wanted to be like a Mario Lopez. I love that guy from Saved by the Bell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of his Instagram, his family, bro, and I admire that man right now. And I try to do the same thing. I'm not a big TikToker, and I don't like to. My daughter, she loves TikTok. My son does too. But I'm not really into all of that, like I like all that like Cleo does all of that stuff.
Yep.
I don't. It's not that I don't. It's just I don't have a lot of time because I'm so busy doing other stuff and but it's. I mean, I know it's fun. Being into the new generation and the podcast. All of this
Yeah.
good. A lot of people tell me, "Hey, Miguelito, you show up in a podcast, fool. Like you're good at speaking and you're good at doing this and doing that, but it's time consuming, bro.
Yep.
It's time consuming. You gotta love it. You gotta have dedication and I mean, I take care of patients. I've been doing optical for 20 years already, and I love my job. I've been DJing for another 20, and I love doing my quinceañeras. So, I mean, when I do my quinceañeras, that's my acting right there, bro.
Right.
When I do my weddings, that's my acting. That's when I get on the mic and I rip it and I play good music and that's where I go and I charge like an actor, bro. I
Right.
charge you two, $3,000, $4,000 to DJ, bro. So I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not a cheap DJ, bro. So I mean, I remember I used to in Crazy Beautiful, my daily rate was 1,200 a day. So I
Wow.
mean, and when Hose, my daily rate was 2,400, so it doubled up. So I
Damn.
mean, that's what I charge on a Saturday, bro. When I'm out and I turn on my van, the one I was showing you earlier, that van's coming out, bro, because it's gonna clock in 2,000, 2,500, the least.
I love that.
And,
I love that so
and
much.
that's my time. That's my time to shine, bro.
Speaking of music and stuff, there's original song in Holes. It's Dig It Up. So you're in the music video, but do you ever
Um,
actually sing?
so this is what happened right there. Um, I was filming America 101, bro. I
Oh,
already had hired. I got in hired, and I did wanted to do it. I think it was Dougie Fresh, the one that produced that.
hmm.
From my understanding, I think it was. They made us write our own lyrics. They were writing our own lyrics, which I did write my own lyrics.
Oh, no
But
way.
when it came down to rapping it, because I already had signed that contract, I didn't get a chance to do the track because I
Damn.
was so when they called me, every time they called me like, "Hey Miguel, you gotta do looping," like, "Hey, you know what? I'm booked." "Hey Miguel, you gotta come in. We gotta do this." "Hey, you know what? I'm booked." So I mean, I was on the road, bro. I was working and working. I mean, I only did it for what, maybe like 4.5, 5 years. I think it was 5 years that I did it. I was doing professional acting for 5 years, and I was kicking ass, bro. I was rolling. I was on the go until my dad said, "You know what? Like, you need to do something for yourself." And I'm like, I am doing something for
Yeah,
myself.
seriously. Yeah.
And he was like, "No, you need to go to school. You need to have a plan B. Like, what happens if you make all this money and you live this life, this fake life, he used to call it, this fake fantasy life, and then you don't get a job anymore, you're gonna lose your wife, you're gonna lose your kids, you're gonna lose your home, you're gonna lose everything, you're gonna hit rock bottom. So I need you to go to school and I need you to get education because you never know what can happen to you, mijo." So
Damn.
thanks to my dad, he took me out of this. But even before that, bro, when I filmed America 101, I'm not sure if you've seen the trailer.
Yeah, I kind of know what it's
It's
about, but I
about
don't.
two.
I
It's
never
about
actually
two.
saw the
It's
trailer.
about two Mexican brothers that crossed the border to live a better life, and I'm
Yeah.
actually the star of the film. They used my name
You're on the
to,
poster.
yeah, they used my name to sell the movie because it was an independent film. It was a they call it low budget.
Hmm.
I call it independent, and I think the budget was like 200,000 or something like that. The
Wow.
director, he actually refinanced his house to make that movie. And Wendy didn't want me to do it. She didn't want me to touch it because there was no money involved. She said the only way you're gonna get paid is this movie gets sold. The odds of that is zero. So I don't want you to do it. So the director sent me the script to my address. I told him, look, I got a phone call, and I told him, look, to make sure it's not bullshit, ship it over to me. Here's my address. Mail me the script. The next day, overnight, bro, I got the script. So
Wow.
that's when I decided to help out the director and the producer, Mark and Mike, and I told him, look, my agent doesn't want me to touch the script. No one wants me to touch it, but I'm a person that likes to help, and when I help and when I give my hand, I don't expect nothing in return, bro. Because I know what it is to come from the gutter, because I am from the gutter. So I'm willing to help you out, and they were happy. And I told them, but look, when this movie gets sold, don't forget about me, fucker.
Yeah, seriously.
You make sure you fucking take care of me.
No
To
shit. Yeah.
this day, I still haven't gotten nothing, bro.
Did it got sold?
It got sold. Xeon Films, like another film company, bought it, and I mean, to this day, I still buy the copies because what I do when I DJ, if it's a little kid, I give them hose.
That's sick.
If it's like an adult that I pay for, like a wedding, I give them Crazy Beautiful. And if it's like more like a, because you see in America 101, I say the F word a lot.
Hmm.
So it's more like a rated R movie. So
Hmm.
I gotta watch who I give that movie to. But
Right.
all my family has it. I've been giving it to my cousins. And I always buy the movie. I buy them in 10 bundles of 10. I buy 10 of Hoes, 10 of Crazy Beautiful, and 10 of America 101. And I sign them and I give them out to the people
When
that
you're
hire
buying
me.
these movies, do you ever tell like the cashier, "Yeah, I'm in these"? Hey, do you know Magnet in
Nah,
Holes?
no, I don't really like to brag about it. My kids do, man. I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
my
I
my
would.
son. My son's my twin, bro. My son, if you see, he's not here with me. He's over there, and I actually I live in Palmdale. I bought property in Palmdale,
Nice.
so my son's out there. He's just like me, man. Like if you see him, like, oh shit, that's Magnet,
That's
and
sick.
he looks just like that. There you go. He just
That's
looks just
awesome.
like that. That's him. That's my son right there. And he brags about his dad, bro. He brags about me a lot,
Yeah,
and I'm happy for him that he's proud of his dad. Yeah,
absolutely.
he's cool. And but yeah, and that America 101, Quinn, that shit, it messed my head up, bro.
Yeah,
That's the one that made me think about, like, all right, do you really want to do this shit?
and
Like,
that
do
and
you
that
really
and that was
like?
the last one.
That was the last one, bro. That's the one that took me that roller coaster, bro. And I mean, it took me out away from home for 40 days. It was a month and a half. I got homesick. I got food poisoning. I missed my bed. I missed my mom. I was just going through dilemmas. I snapped at the director the last days of filming. I snapped at everybody. I said, "Fuck this movie. Fuck you. Fuck this one. And fuck
Hmm.
everybody. And I want to get the fuck out of here." And I just wanted to finish that movie and get it out the way. But then I was like, you know what? Now I know why Angelina Jolie makes 40 million. Now I know why Brad Pitts make 50. Now I know why Tom Cruise makes 60. Because it's a big responsibility, bro. It's a big job, bro. Like, you're away from your family. Like, you're just alone, bro. You're alone. You're a fucking loner, bro. You're
Seriously.
just out there and you're alone, and all you're doing is reading the script. So when I before I got the booking, I was already going to an optical school. So my
Oh,
dad put
okay.
me in optical school, and then my dad was like, the professor was like, you know what, Miguel, I want you to go make that movie because you don't know if you're gonna make another movie.
Right.
So it was the optical was actually a trade. So my dad paid, I think he paid like 17,000 for the school, and it's like 1,400 hours. So I had to do 2 years of school for me to take my California state test and get my certificate.
Wow.
So the professor let me, he's like, look, go make the movie. It's gonna be 2 months. You're gonna be fine. Come back and just continue your hours. So Professor Pete, shout out to Professor Pete too, because he's the one that gave me that voucher to go and take care of business and then come back to school. So I did that, but then I took my book with me. He was like, look, if you don't want to fall back, take your book with you. So I was doing the optical, learning the formulas, learning how to surface these lenses, and learning about prescriptions, and learning my fucking lines, bro. So
Hmm.
I was doing two things at the same time, and my brain just collapsed, bro. So I called my mom and I told her, you know what? When I get back home, we need to have a conversation. I need to have a deep conversation. And I got my mom and I got my dad together. My parents were never together. I mean, I was just a kid that was just knocked. My dad knocked up my mom, and she
Hmm.
was the girlfriend, and I'm just that kid, that just came out of the blooper, like a blooper kid. So, anyways, I grabbed them together and I told them, "Look, mom, look, dad, um, I really want to decide what I really want to do." So my mom's dream was to be a big actor, because I promised my mom that I was gonna buy her a home, bro. I promised my mom that I was gonna get her out the neighborhood, and I promised her a lot of things that I never accomplished. That, bro, I never got to do those things. So that's one thing that they bummed me out too. That I didn't get a chance to actually buy her her dream home. But it's never too late, bro. It's never
Hmm.
too late. I'm doing good. I'm doing well. So I'm still keeping that promise, and hopefully one day I do get blessed and I could bless my mom and then get her out the neighborhood, bro. So
Absolutely.
I talked to my dad and I told my mom. My mom was like, "No, no, you gotta keep acting. I want you to keep acting. You're good, Miko. You always been funny, and I want you to do it." But then my dad was like, "You just made me paid fucking almost 20,000 for this class, and you're not gonna continue it,
Yeah,
bro."
that's tough.
So I was like, "You know what, mom? I'm sorry, but I'm gonna finish school.
Right.
I'm gonna go to school and I'm gonna finish it, and I'm gonna take care of business." And they were like, "Oh wow, this and that, whatever." So she was bummed out. And the reason I really did it, bro, was because at 19 I became a father. So I
Wow.
became
Okay.
I became a dad at 19, bro, and that's when Wendy Green cut me off, because I had a big old misunderstanding with the mother of my kid, and she put me in child support. Child support got in contact with Wendy, and that's when she cut me off. The reality is that I got cut off because I had my first daughter, Jacqueline Destiny. I had my daughter, and I lost everything, bro. But I didn't lose her.
Right. Exactly.
She
That's the most
she's
important part.
her birthday was just 2 days ago. She turned 21,
Oh, nice.
and when I had surgery, bro, just 2 weeks ago, she was the first one that was there. she was the first one that was there, and she was in San Francisco, bro. My daughter was in San Francisco, and she left San Francisco, bro, to be there with me in surgery, bro.
That's
So,
awesome. That's
you
amazing.
know, I went through all of this thing and all this pain, but look at the turnaround, bro. I never let my daughter down. Acting, I'm not gonna say fuck acting because it was a big part of my life, but the hard work pays off, bro. Like me
Yep.
as a father, me being a dad at a young age, and just to witness to everything that I'm going through right now. This this surgery, big old surgery that I went through, like I was telling you off camera, and just for me to bring this up and my daughter to be the first one there, bro. It's like it shows what I did, bro, as a dad.
Come, everything
It
comes full
shows.
circle.
It shows, bro. So I mean, if I lost, I'll do it all over again, bro. If I could lose, if I'm a big actor and I could lose it for my kids, I'll give everything up for my kids, bro. Because my kids are there for me now, bro.
Hmm.
Just to tell you straight up, I fell off. Like I got behind on bills. My daughter was the first one. Hey, dad, whatever you need, I got you, dad. My daughter's doing good, bro. My daughter's a fucking hustler like her dad, bro. She's a hustler. She makes money, bro. My daughter makes five, six, $700 a day, bro.
That's unreal.
She's a nail tech. She's a professional nail tech. She's
Nice.
been doing nails for 7 years, and she charges from $100 to $200 per client, bro. And she does 4 or 5 clients a day. So
Dang.
my daughter's the first one that said, "Hey, dad, you gave me. Now it's time for me to give you." And
That's
I was like, "Nah,
awesome, dude.
mija, nah,
That's
mija."
amazing.
Nah, Mika. So I mean, all of this thing that I'm going through right now, bro. 20 years later, 21 years later, bro. I don't regret it not one bit, bro. Because
That's awesome.
I mean, it took me time to get my family their own property, their own room, my kids their own room, But everything's falling into place, bro. It's God's plan,
Hmm.
It's all God's plan. God gave me a second chance, bro. And I'm here to take advantage of it, bro. But that's the main reason why I fell off from acting. Wendy Green cut me off. Jennifer cut me off. Randy's the only one that still kept in touch with me. The first casting director from Crazy
Hmm.
Beautiful, she would always call me in for auditions to do different parts here and there. I haven't seen her in a while, but that's the main reason, bro. So if you want to put out there in the script, that's the main reason why I fell out, bro. Wendy Green, she cut me off, bro, because I got in child support and but I want to let that bitch know that I'm the number one dad in this fucking world, bro.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
take care of my kids, bro, and my kids give me everything back, and I get all the love from my kids and my family, bro. I have support still to this day from my mom, my dad. I give full support, bro, and I feel good about it. And now, just to let you know a little bit of how bad I fell off, I was getting 3,500, $4,000 checks from hoes, bro, every week. And I mean, I was 17, 18 years old, bro, getting this money in, and my first residual check was 57,000, bro. And I blew it. I used to pull the banda. I'll fucking do block parties. I'll close down the block and I'll put big stages in the middle of the block. I'll
Hmm.
do crazy shit, bro. But I don't regret that either. And then so I had to get a regular job because I had to feed my kid. And then I got my second daughter, which is Leilani Marie, and she lives with me. I'm with her mom. I have three beautiful kids with my wife now. That was my second child. So I had to work, bro. I had to feed my daughters, bro.
Hmm.
My two daughters. I had the first one at 19, which is Jacqueline Destiny, and then I had Leilani Marie at 21. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this acting shit. I gotta get this is real world now. I gotta feed these kids.
Hmm.
So I went from making 3,500 a week, bro, to making $637 every 2 weeks. So I started working at a lab with my uncle. Shout out to my uncle Tomas Castro too. And he gave me an opportunity to work with him, and he used to pay me $9 an hour. So it was a big change for me, bro. Like
Yeah.
going from this budget to this other budget, but I did it for the girls, bro, because I had to give them $250 a month. So I was one check for the girls and one check for me, one check for the girls and one check for me. So that's the way I was living for like about a good 8, 9 years, bro. So it was tough, and now I mean now look at me now, shit. I got my own business. Now I
Hmm.
make now I make $2,500 a day, bro.
Exactly.
In my in
Exactly.
in my shop, not including whatever I do in my in my DJ. So I
Exactly.
mean,
That's
now,
unreal.
now I feel like I'm making that host money right now. I'm making the host money right now. I
Speaking of that, when something, I don't know how it worked, but like when it got put on Disney Plus however many years ago, how did that work for you and like the rest of the
you know
cast?
what? We didn't start getting. We're barely getting starting to get paid for that because of the stuff that would just happen.
Yeah,
The
true.
the all this stuff
Strikes?
that was going on. Yeah,
Yeah.
the streaming and all that shit. Which I honestly I don't follow up with it. If I get a
Hmm.
check of 5 cents, cool. And if I get a check of $500, that's even better.
Yeah.
But I still take it back to Mickey Mouse, bro. I still go to Disneyland and I give it back to him.
So how
So
often are you getting those? Just checks in
I,
general.
I get a holes I get every 6 months.
So then how does that work now, like residual checks from Disney Plus? Like how you said you're getting them every
I
six
mean,
months, like
I seen the little difference because the residual checks that I'm getting now, they're just like a couple $100.
okay.
It's not big anymore,
Right.
but I did see it because in the bottom and every residual check it tells you where the money's coming from.
Oh, so
So
say like Disney
now
Plus?
now now I see streaming. It says streaming.
Oh, okay.
So now instead of being 300, now it's 700 or 600.
You know what I'm
So
gonna do? I'm gonna put on Disney Plus in my house, put on Holes on repeat, and just let it go, go, and go, and
wow,
go.
wow.
I'll get you a couple extra bucks.
My son, he loves watching it, bro. My little boy,
Yeah,
he's so attached to me, bro, and he's barely realizing who his dad is, bro.
that's sick. I
He's
love that.
barely
That's
he's
so sick.
barely he's barely realizing like who his dad is, and like I said, I never put this in his head. When I took him to the 20-year anniversary,
I was gonna. We're gonna talk about that.
I'm gonna send you some private pictures of some footage that I have.
Oh, please do.
And I'll send you some stuff. And my son was tripping out when he met Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf gave my older son actually some words, and he made my son cry, bro. He made him tear up, bro.
That's
So
awesome.
shout out to Shia. He's a really good friend of mine. I still love him. I respect him. And even though he's going through his little dilemma, whatever, I mean, I love who he is, and I don't judge anyone because I'm not the one to judge. But he knows that if he needs a real friend, I'm that friend that I could be there for him, and I could pull his ear and I could tell him, "Hey, fool, snap out of that shit." I didn't
When
get a
when when
chance
you
to
saw
talk.
that going on, like when you first saw like him in the news and stuff, and like going to the premiere with a bag over his head saying "I'm not famous anymore," like when you
I
saw all that, like what were
I
you
I,
thinking?
I reached out to him. I sent him a message. He didn't reply. I
Hmm.
reached out to him, and then he reached out to me back. And he barely had bought in a home in Marina Del Rey. He bought a home in Marina Del Rey, and he reached out to me. And at that time, I was working for a private doctor, so I can't just fucking get up and leave, from work. So he told me, "Hey, Miguelito, pull up to my house. I'm gonna send you my address. I need someone to talk to." And I feel bad. I feel bummed out because I couldn't be there for him at that time because I was at work. So
Hmm.
when I tried to reach out to him again, he was like, "Fool, I'm already in New York." And I'm like, "What the fuck you doing in New York?" Like, I'm doing some work over here. And I'm like, "Nah, well, I'm just following up with you. Like, I hope you're okay." And maybe he thought I shined him off. And it wasn't that I was shining him off. It's just I couldn't be there for him at that time because of the fact that I had the responsibility to work with my doctor at that time where I was at. So
Hmm.
I mean, I did feel bad, but then again, like I said, I'm feeding my kids, bro. So I mean, I can't just get up and leave. I had to
Literally,
take.
yeah, it's not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same.
So yeah,
And then what I like after that, like when like I don't want to say when he came back down to earth, like when he just like seemed like he was in a better like position in life. He did that thing where he had the marathon of all of his movies where he watched. I thought that was so sick. The
yeah,
fact that you could
yeah,
watch Shia LaBeouf watch all of his movies, that was a
yeah,
genius idea, and it was really cool to be able to kind of watch like a live stream of him because it's not edited. It's like that's Shia LaBeouf you're watching 20 like however many hours it went on for.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty
I
cool.
did. My favorite movie where he ripped it was what I love his acting was Disturbia.
Oh my god, I showed my,
Disturbia,
my girlfriend or my fiancée
Disturbia.
that for the first
Now,
time.
if I would have played instead of the Asian kid,
It would've
if
you?
if they would have put me in there, bro, I didn't audition for Disturbia because
Right.
I already had lost Wendy Green at that time.
Mhm.
But if I would have, man, I was like, you know what? I mean, he did a good job. Don't get me wrong. The Asian kid, he did a good job.
Yeah.
But if I would have been there and played that role, I had more chemistry with Shia.
Mhm.
We would have ripped it, bro, because they already it knew it was Magnet and it was gonna be Caveman, but in a different way though, in a different feature, in a different type of environment, bro,
That would have been so cool.
we would have been. I would have ripped it with him, bro. I wish I would have done Disturbia with him. Honestly, I wish I would have done it, but it's God's plan, bro. It's not mine.
Exactly.
I go based on what God it does, and only He knows why He does stuff, bro.
Exactly.
But yeah, Disturbia was a shit, man.
That was
I mean,
such a good
Eagle
movie.
Eye was good. I mean, I was watching Honey Boy.
Okay, so you would probably, because is that supposed
No,
to be about him, right?
he plays his dad, bro.
Right. Okay. So did you see?
Everything on that is raw, and yes, that is true, bro.
So you
I
saw his dad like on set, kind of like
Yes,
treating him
yeah.
in a certain way.
We were always seeing him. His dad was a shit, bro. His dad was he's a father, bro. I mean, I remember the first day that the mom and the dad showed up. We were in the parking lot. I'm sorry, Shia, if I gotta say this, but if he sees it or not, but I seen they were arguing, bro. I seen mom and pops like they were giving words back to each other, and Shia was just like he was bumped out, bro. He was 17 years old, bro. So I told Shia, I told him, look, bro, I'm gonna give you an advice. I told him when you see two grown folks arguing, you can't you have no control, bro. I tell you this because my mom and my dad they're not together, bro. I'm one of those kids that I was gonna be aborted, bro. I was gonna be an abortion kid, bro. And my mom didn't want to get an abortion done, and I was born, bro. So don't feel like that, bro. Only them as adults they know what they're going through. So don't get involved. I don't want to say don't get involved, but let them figure it out because you're just a kid. And believe it or not, bro, that affects a lot of us, bro. If it really does, bro, to see our parents arguing and just having misunderstandings and not communicating right or communicating by foul language, it affects us, bro.
Hmm.
It really does. So me, my grandma, like I said, my grandma took that away from me. I will see my aunts argue here because I have cholo and cholas tias. My fucking family's with the business, bro. They're really my family are fucking thugs, bro.
Right.
So they will argue right here at my grandma's house, and she'll be like, "Hey, Miguel, a chingar a tu madre pa fuera," which means, "Hey, fuck off, go outside.
Right.
You can't see this shit." And I mean, and I went based on that moral. So me as an adult now, I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't argue with my wife, but I try not to do it in front of my kids, bro,
Hmm.
because it eventually it affects my son, it affects my daughter, and I try the best not to do those things. Even we come to misunderstandings or, but one thing I never did respect my lady, bro. I never call her the B word or call her out her name. If I have nothing nice to say, I shut the fuck up and I go take a walk, bro. That's the best thing to do, and you gotta cool down and then tomorrow's another day, and then I call her baby again, and then give me some booty, and then we cool, and it's all good, bro.
The last thing I wanted to ask you about was last year there was the 20th anniversary of Holes, and there was this whole production where everybody came and watched the movie. Can you take me through this whole thing? The fact that Shia was there, Cleo, John Voight, like everybody was there. Can you take me through this?
I got so many flashbacks, bro. You know what's the best thing about that? That I get a chance to take my family there. I was
True.
the only one that took the family, bro.
Really?
No one else took their kids. I mean, Shia already has a daughter. He didn't take his daughter.
Right.
Um, uh, uh, my boy Armpit has 10 kids.
10?
Armpit has 10 kids, bro.
Holy
My
shit.
boy Armpit has 10. Brandon. Who else? Who else? The only one that didn't make it was X-Ray. We still don't know what's going on with him. We still haven't found out what the heck is going on with
Okay,
him.
because I
He
saw
didn't show up.
rumors. Some people are trying to say he died.
Yeah, they said that he overdosed in Oakland or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, who else didn't make it? Squid didn't make it.
Zigzag?
No, Zigzag. Oh, Zigzag didn't make it. He was actually he's a chef. So
Oh.
he works in a fancy restaurant in Ventura Boulevard. And they told him last minute, bro, and he couldn't
Ah.
get another chef to back him up, bro. So shout out to my boy Zigzag. He couldn't make it. It was beautiful, man. It was amazing. It was just something speechless, bro. Like I was so happy to be there. I was happy to show my kids everything, my lady. They were all tripping out. I mean, hopefully I still get a chance to show them a little more. But yeah, man, it was amazing, bro, to show my kids all of that, man. It was really really cool, man. It was dope, bro.
Yeah. And
Yeah, it
how
was
did
really
Shia
now.
seem like?
Now they didn't give me a chance. Like I said, 5,000 followers on Instagram, right? They didn't give me a chance to put it out there. I mean, there was people there. There was like about maybe 500-600 people. But if I promote it, if I tell them that this thing's going on,
Mhm.
I'll have 5,000 people there, bro.
Right. Oh, that
I
sucks.
have my following base, bro. They're loyal to me. My friends. I mean, I have doctor friends. I have lawyer friends. I have a lot of professional friends, bro.
Mhm.
I have a lot of friends that are teachers now. I mean, I have my following is big, bro. So shout out to all my people that follow me, bro. I do an event. My event's gonna be popping, bro.
I
So
love that.
if I would have promoted that for about 2 weeks, people would it would have been crazy in there, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it would have been crazy, bro. It would have really been crazy, but for some reason, I mean, they didn't allow us to do all of that promoting stuff and put it out there. It was weird. I don't know.
I
It
guess
was
maybe
weird.
they didn't want it to be like crazy, crazy, like over, like full with people. Maybe.
Maybe so, but I mean, they had a lot of catering.
Yeah.
It was fun, bro. I had a good time. I had an amazing time. Matter of fact, it was
Were
really
you
nice.
able to talk to Shia? Was that the first time you would have talked to him since you guys tried to
I
talk a few years
I
ago?
I did I did give him some words, but there was more detailed stuff that I want to talk to him more about real shit because I mean he was just doing some knuckle shit, bro. Like
Mhm.
him hanging around with gangs and all of that shit. And I told my boy long time ago, bro, that lifestyle is not for you, perro.
Mhm.
I told him, perrito, that's not for you, dog. Like you're a Jew, bro. You're a Jew. Stick to your kind, bro.
That's true. I mean, yeah.
Stick now straight up, bro. Straight up,
Yeah.
bro. You're a Jew, bro. Stick to your kind. Stick to your roots, bro. Follow your morals, bro. And,
Right.
and I mean, and I, used to- bro, all my bosses been Jews, bro. I have nothing. I actually say I'm a Mexican Jew, bro,
Mhm.
because all my bosses, all my leaders, everybody that's taught me something, bro, they all been Jews, bro.
Right.
I swear to you, bro. All the people that I've been around, they're all Jews. But I'm Catholic, bro.
Right.
I'm Catholic, but I respect all cultures. I'm transparent, bro. I don't pick and choose. I mean, I have patients that are Muslims. I have patients that are Jews. I have patients that are Catholic, Christians, Jehovah Witness. I,
Mhm.
I don't criticize nobody. I'm an open book, bro. And I don't get too much into religion and stuff like that. But yeah, bro, I told him, bro, stick to your kind, bro. Like, stick to your roots, stick to your people. But no, like, it's because my boy's with the business, bro. Shy is not a punk, bro. I'll tell you this much, bro. Shy is not a fucking punk, bro. He's with the business, bro. He's
Yeah.
like, he's with it. He's with it, dog. Ever since I met him, I knew he was with the business, bro. Like, I knew he's a fucking gangster, bro. Shy is not a punk, bro.
I know. He
Like
seems like
you see him
such
in
a
bars,
fucking
you see
cool
him in
guy.
bars. He's always fighting in bars, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Right.
Like, why are you fighting for what?
Yeah.
Like, just walk away. But no, my Shy is not the one to walk away, bro. You did respect him, bro. He's gonna put him on you, bro.
He seems like a fucking great guy. I would love
But
to meet him.
but you know what? Overall, he's really smart. He's really intelligent. I learned a lot from him. He speaks great, bro. His dialogue, his vocabulary is amazing. He knows how to rap. He's a fucking rapper, dog. I mean, he's like a little Eminem, bro.
That's awesome.
Real
I
shit, man.
love
He's,
that.
he's I love Shia. I have nothing bad to say. I mean, we all make mistakes on our journey in our life, but Shia is a good guy, bro. I miss hanging around with him. I wish I would have had more time to sit down and talk to him and knock some senses into his head and remind him who he really is.
Mhm.
Remind him as a friend, like, hey, fool, no, you're not that person. You're this person, fool.
Mhm.
Like, like I found out, like, I told him, why the fuck did you lose Transformers, bro? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Fool, I was showing up drunk. I'm like, what the fuck? He'll show up drunk to set, and then
Right.
he talks back to fucking
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay and fucking Steven Spielberg, bro. Like, bro, first of all, they're your grandpa's age, bro.
Yeah.
What are we talking about morals? You cannot fucking speak back to these people, bro. Like they're the kings of Hollywood, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot disrespect these people, bro. You cannot talk back to these people, bro. You if you don't have nothing to say, shut the fuck up, bro. Shut
I'm
the
gonna
fuck
put it
up,
out there
bro.
saying that Transformers has not been the same since the
It
first
hasn't.
three
Straight
with
up, it
Shia.
hasn't, bro. It
No,
hasn't. It's not the same. It's not Sam, bro. It's
nope.
not Sam. And you know what? Anyone that sees this, bro, Transformers is not the same without
They've
Shia,
tried,
bro.
but it's just not the same thing. Those
It's not.
first three were the best.
And you know what? Everything. I'm gonna tell you something about Shia, bro. Everything that I seen that Shia touches, Shia turns shit into gold, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Everything my boy Shia touches, dog, and that's one thing I admire from him, and I love about him. And every time I see him in the TV, that's my boy, that's my dog,
Mm-hmm.
that's my boy. And I'm happy just with saying that. Like I got to work with that guy, or you know what? I got his fucking phone number in my contacts, bro. I could
Right.
text him, you know.
Yep.
And I'm happy with that, bro. And I'm blessed to be able to say. And you know when he told my son that he told my son like, hey, you know what? Your dad it's not a co-worker. Your dad is not magnet. Your dad is my friend.
That's amazing.
I want you to know that you have a really great dad, and your dad is a really really great person, and I love your dad like a brother. When he told that to my son, bro, I'm not lying to you. Ever since Shia told that to my son tells me good morning. He tells me good night. He kisses me good night. My son changed since Shia told him those words, bro.
Right.
And I told him, hey, thank you for telling my son, reminding my son who I am, you know. And he was like, nah, Miguelito, real shit, bro. You're a real ass cat, bro. Like real shit. Like me and Shia, when we talk right. We don't talk Hollywood, bro. We and I told him, look, bro, the day that you blow up, I told him this long time ago, the day you blow up, bro, and you act like you don't know me, bro, I'm gonna put hands on you, bro. I'm gonna remind you who I am, bro. I'm gonna put you, so you better be ready for me, dog, cause I'm gonna beat your ass, bro. Don't disrespect me like that. Don't act like you fucking chill with me one day and you came to my house and then the next day you don't know who the fuck I am, bro. Cause I'm
Right.
gonna tell you, I'm gonna check your ass, bro. And they're like, nah, Miguelito, I will never do that. And I'm like, I'm just letting you know, dog, that you know where we stand, bro. And anyway, so when he did that movie Tax Collector, that guy that comes out in that movie, Bobby
Mhm.
Soto,
Yep.
that's my big homie's son.
Oh, no
So his
way.
dad, his dad is from the neighborhood where we're from, which is Florence Firestone, and his dad is my big homie. That's my big homie, and I respect him like a big dog, and his dad is a great person, and that's little Bobby, that's the son, and he's the one that plays. I forgot what role he plays, but that's the main star of the tax collector.
That's sweet.
Yeah, and I was happy to see them both together. And then when Shia had that recreation thing going on for the youth and all of that in the park, that park is down the street from my house.
Oh, no way.
So
That's
when I
sick.
found out he was doing that, I pulled up on both of them fools, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up, Bobby?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, Miguelito, what's up?" And then I pulled up on Shia. I'm like, "Oh shit, Miguelito, what's up?" And it was fun when I went one time and I introduced myself. He gave me the chance to. So when they found out that I was Magnet right there in the class, everybody was like, "Oh shit, that's crazy! Fucking caveman's here, Miguel, fucking Magnet's here." So I mean, I only went once, but I mean, it was really fun. It was really cool. I'm happy that Shia came to South Central to the area to give back to the community and bring some life to the community. So that was really dope that he did that too. And the reason he did it because my boy is real.
Hmm.
You know, my boy is with the business and he said I want to give back to South Central and he came to the area, but he came because of Bobby. Bobby's
Right.
the one that started bringing him over here, you know?
That's so awesome. That's
So yeah,
amazing.
man. So big
Well,
shout out to fucking Shia, man. It's cool.
Miguel, my guy, thank you so much for this. This was amazing. I appreciate it so much. Over an hour 20 we've been doing this, so we're gonna
Hey,
end it
but
here.
and there's
Thank
a,
you
and
so
there's a
much.
lot more, bro. There's a lot
Hey,
more,
we'll have
but
you on
we
for a
could do
sequel.
a part two, bro. Later on, we could do a part two, and we could talk about
Absolutely.
other stuff, and yeah, man. And we didn't even talk about the Shield. We didn't talk
Yeah. Oh,
about
yeah.
Tom. We didn't even talk about Tom Sizemore. How was my experience with Tom? And
Hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of other stuff to talk about, bro. You
Boston
know?
Public, like, yeah, no, there's definitely more to talk about. But no, yeah, thank you so much. I'm gonna get you on again because, yeah, there's so much more we could talk about. So,
Yeah,
Miguel,
and
thank you so much for coming on here. I really appreciate it.
All right, no, anytime, Quinn. You already know I'm real as I can be, and you have my contact, you have my Instagram. Any questions I can answer for you. If you have other, if you want to get other stuff together, we could talk about holes all day, bro. I didn't even talk to you about the treatment, the treatment they gave us, but I'm gonna send you some exclusive photos that nobody has.
Please
And if
do.
you wanna put them out there in the video and edit it and do all that good stuff, feel free to do it. No one say something. If somebody tells you something, tell them you got them from me. They say you put them
Okay,
in.
sounds
Got
good.
your back. I got your back, bro. I got
I
your back, bro.
appreciate you. Awesome.
All
Thanks,
right,
brother. We'll talk to you later.
we're in touch, bro. Much love. All right. Hey, keep out the hard work, bro. You got
Appreciate
a
that.
fan, right? You got a new fan right here rooting for you,
Thank
bro.
you. I love
All
it.
right.
Thank
I
you.
hope this helps you out and it brings your
Absolutely.
numbers up, bro.
You're the man. All right, Miguel.
All
I'll
right.
talk to you later.
All right. We're in touch,
See
bro.
ya.
Much love.
Bye.
And that was the Quinn Marr Show.